Merry Christmas! Today I'm going to talk about Silent Night Deadly Night 2025, which is a reboot of the original 1984 film, which is one of my favorite Christmas horror movies, if not my most favorite. I was hopeful going into this movie, given that I enjoyed Rowan Campbell's performance in Halloween Ends, and I think he was the best part of that movie. And I also thought he was well cast as Billy.
Naughty.
This also stars Ruby Modine, who you may recognize from Happy Death Day, and it was directed and written by Mike P. Nelson. Now, the writing and direction are where the movie fell apart, in my opinion. Silent Night Deadly Night's screenplay did not serve Campbell and didn't give him a vehicle to give a good performance, because this movie was bad and trying to take on too much. Rather than simply remaking the original, they decided to incorporate some mystical elements, which just made it weird in my opinion. Throughout the movie there were short, violent scenes and flashbacks that I thought were good, and I was getting a glimpse of what an enjoyable version of this movie could be. These parts are what made me see that a straight-up remake would have been better than what they landed on while trying to do something different. Because then the movie could have just been a straightforward but possibly fun and interesting slasher, which is what I wanted from the film in the first place. But I guess it makes sense why this route was taken, because Nelson's Wrong Turn reboot also had this problem. If you want to do a new take on an established property, I think it's wise to make sure that the new direction is actually good and well conceived, especially when compared to the original, because otherwise people are just going to be frustrated with the new film. And that's exactly what happened with my experience with Silent Night Deadly Night 2025. It was a misguided movie and script and didn't give the actors anything to work with. Maybe the magical elements could have been better if they leaned into them more, but as it stands, it just made for a strange movie, and not strange in a good way. So, the short scenes that I liked, like I mentioned before, were the brief instances where they actually showed the violence. This is a problem in my opinion, that such tiny aspects of the movie were the best parts. And I also don't understand the point of making a slasher if you're not going to go all in on the violence. I was comparing this film to Terrifier 3 because they're both recent Christmas slashers, and that one for sure succeeds on the gore front, while Silent Night Deadly Night 2025 does not. I didn't enjoy watching this movie, and I honestly felt bad for the actors that they were in it and had to go through the filming process. Rowan Campbell is innocent, this was a writing and direction problem. On the technical side, the cinematography was extremely straightforward and boring. Same story with the editing. It was not noteworthy except for the decision to use obnoxious and unnecessary title cards. Skip this one and just watch or rewatch the original. That's what I'm about to go do. Anyway, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and thank you for watching my channel this year. Subscribe and check out these videos in the meantime, and I'll see you in 2025.